Title: The house that ate its guests. On the edge of a small, forgotten village stood an old, crooked house. Its walls were covered in ivy, its windows fogged with dust, and its wooden door groaned whenever the wind blew. The villagers called it the Hungry House. No one lived there, and no one dared to go near after sunset. But curiosity is a strange thing. It grows stronger when fed with fear. One autumn evening, four Francion, Zara, Bilal, and Nur decided to test a legend. They were young, brave, and eager to prove the stories wrong. "Come on," Ion said, holding up his flashlight. "It's just an old house. Ghosts don't exist." Zara shivered. "My grandmother says the people who went inside never came out." Bilal laughed nervously. "Maybe they moved to the city." Nuar, the quiet one, simply whispered, "We shouldn't go." But it was too late. The group pushed open the creaky gate and walked up the narrow path lined with dead leaves. The moment they stepped onto the porch, the door slowly creaked open as if the house had been waiting for them. Inside, the air was cold and heavy, the smell of mold mixed with something sweet and rotten. Their flashlights flickered, casting long shadows on the cracked walls. "Hello, Ion," called. His voice echoed strangely, bouncing off the walls like a whisper answering him. They explored the hall. Portraits of people with empty eyes stared down from the walls. The floorboards groaned under their feet, and the wind whistled through the gaps in the ceiling. "This place gives me the creeps," Zara muttered. "Let's go upstairs," said Bilal, trying to sound brave. They climbed the staircase carefully, each step creaking louder than the last. When they reached the top, they found a long corridor with doors on both sides. Suddenly, Nur gasped. "Did you hear that?" A faint sound, a whisper, soft but clear, came from one of the rooms. It sounded like a child giggling. Ion slowly opened the door. The room was empty except for a dusty old toy box in the corner. He bent down and lifted the lid. Inside was a single wooden doll, smiling eerily. Then the door slammed shut behind them. Zara screamed. Bilal rushed to the door, but it wouldn't budge. The doll began to laugh, awful, hollow sound that filled the room. The walls seemed to close in, the air growing tighter, thicker. "The house," Nur cried. "It's alive!" The floorboards rippled beneath them like waves. Cracks formed in the walls, opening into what looked like gaping mouths. The wallpaper peeled away like skin, revealing something pulsing underneath. Ion grabbed Zara's hand. "We have to get out now." They pushed, kicked, and struggled until the door finally burst open. They stumbled into the hallway, gasping for air, but the corridor had changed longer, darker, endless. The paintings on the walls now showed screaming faces. They ran. Every door they tried led back to the same hall. The laughter grew louder, echoing from everywhere. "The house doesn't want us to leave," Bilal panted. "It wants to keep us," Zara whispered, tears in her eyes. Nur stopped running and pressed her ear against the wall. "Listen, it's breathing." The walls rose and fell like lungs. The floor vibrated with a slow, steady heartbeat. Suddenly, the light from Ion's flashlight caught something on the far wall, an open window. Without thinking, they sprinted toward it. The floorboards cracked beneath their feet, trying to pull them down. The walls moaned like a beast in pain. Ion reached the window first and pushed Zara out. Bilal climbed after her. Nur hesitated, turning back for a moment. "Ion, hurry, say, scream." But the floor split open beneath him, dark tendrils wrapping around his legs. Zara and Bilal tried to pull him, but the house was stronger. With one last look, Ion shouted, "Go!" And then he was gone. The remaining three tumbled out into the night, gasping and crying. Behind them, the house stood silent, again, its windows glowing faintly, as if satisfied. The next morning, villagers found the three trembling by the gate. They spoke of what they'd seen, but no one believed them. No one dared to look for Ion. That night, the villagers noticed something new. In one of the house's dusty old portraits, a fifth figure had appeared, Ion, smiling with lifeless eyes. Moral: Curiosity is good, but blind curiosity can lead to danger. Some doors are better left closed.